two.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Angela is here. We're in the hair and makeup set, and Angela does a couple of things. Number one, Angela is a beautiful model, and Angela is also a host and work as the security in the homeless shelter, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
my first question to you: how do you get into being a host? Like, what was the first thing that people? How do you get your first gig? You work for a friend, or you
Well,
pay them, or they pay you? Like, how does it work?
Well, I worked for a friend. It was actually free. I was just doing a favor, and they saw that I was full of personality and energy, and I like to turn up, and I just I could talk the crowd away if I needed to. It's just an
So
energy.
it's like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
You're not afraid of.
I'm
the
not
audience?
afraid of the camera. I like making
Mhm.
people laugh. I love entertaining people. I have people
But
that
a lot of people like to be hosts. A lot of people love that job and to have that attention to themselves, but they can't get those jobs. How did you get selected? Why?
be sociable. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to have respect. You have to be sociable. It's
But
just about networking.
You go networking to get those gigs, or you go online and you build your reputation,
Yes.
a name to yourself. Like, what's the key to be a host?
Well,
A one-time gig, I understand, but if you do it like every day, every month, and you're getting paid,
you
for
always
this,
have to be on the in and out at the parties. You always have to be online. You always have to be promoting yourself.
really. 'Cause
Yes.
I thought, look, for me, I try to be as little as possible in the parties. The reason for this is if I'm available and I'm at every party,
Mhm.
it's basically I'm not a celebrity, I'm not the desirable.
Okay.
So I try to limit my appearances, so every appearance matter. So if they know that I'm coming, it's a big deal. So if I just everywhere, what's the reason to pay me? What's the reason to wait for my appearance? So it's like if celebrity like Lady Gaga would appear in everywhere in the streets and every
Mhm,
party,
she
then
wouldn't
no,
be
no one
employed.
no one will pay to her. So it's like really like measuring the number of appearances.
For a beginner, it's
Mhm.
actually appearing everywhere, so you can get your name and your face out there.
Mhm.
You have to
I
prove
see.
yourself to be relevant. Someone who want to see you, who want to know you and want you to promote
How do you
their.
measure who is a beginner, who is not? Like, is it the number of gigs or number of pay or like following? Like, at which point I'm no longer a beginner? Consider
When
10
you-
gigs, 100 gigs, like getting paid. Like, what's
Well, I don't
what's
think
the
it go by the number of
How-
gigs
how-
you do. It go by who you know, how many people you gain to network with. Because as you're promoting
Mhm.
everything and doing events, you're having people know you from all around. Whether it's the promoters, the other promoters, the club
I
owners.
care. I know a lot of people, right?
Mhm.
But I care mostly who knows who I am rather than me. So I know, lots of big names and big celebrities. But the key is, do they know who I am? Do they know? Do they see the value in having me as a host for them? So how do you convert that so they give you a call instead of you begging, please, can I be a host for your party? How it's converted so they pick up a phone and call you, would you please be a host at our party?
Well, it's always about you showing what you can do for them. You have to do something for them to know, for them to want you to, for them to
What
want
would
you.
be the skills for the host to have? Let's say singing, would that help?
That would
If
help.
a
Oh,
host
talent.
can sing, if the host can do the, um, mm, let's say stand-up comedians, and they would know a couple of jokes, would that help? To
That
a
would be
host?
beautiful. Anything that
Voices,
amuses the
characters,
voices, characters.
any particular look, if I look different than
Well,
others,
everybody
would that
has
help?
everybody has their own image, so it's what you can provide to the public. Some people can sing, some people do comedy, some
Mhm.
people are.
Because for me, I have a number. I don't know if you've seen my shows, but when I appear as a host, I have three different characters that are most popular. I have Mr. Great. So when I play that character, I'm very obnoxious and very offensive. Like, I'm very similar to Donald Trump in many ways. And if you saw the movie Borat from
Yeah.
Kazakhstan, I'm like Borat. I have stupid questions and I have heavy Russian accent. And the third part of that alter ego, that Mr. Great, is Kevin O'Leary. If you ever watched the Shark Tank show,
Oh, I love that show.
so Kevin
Shark
is a
Tank.
bald dude with Mr. Wonderful, and then Mr. Great. So that's a parody. That's a satirical character.
Beautiful characters. Everybody wants to see.
And
Everybody
so
likes
that's Mr.
boldness.
Great. That's Mr. Great. He's very
Out there.
ridiculous in that sense. My second character that I play is MC Photo. So when I'm in MC Photo alter ego, it's a gay photographer, very similar to Bruno. If you saw movie Bruno,
I didn't see that movie.
do you know who's Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Just think of me as male version of Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
So it's all about glamour and fashion and that kind of stuff.
All right.
Okay, and my third character that I play as the host is Mr. Prudent. Mr. Prudent, he's pretty wealthy like myself, and but he's very cheap. It's a great character. It's like Scrooge, basically.
Oh yeah.
He likes to
Grinch.
use Grinch. He likes to not Grinch because Grinch doesn't have the wealth and doesn't have the he's not cheap. Grinch is just wants to spoil the Christmas. The Scrooge,
Stingy.
it's more like someone who take advantage of people. It's
scammer.
It's a scammer. He's a scammer, like in some way. Mr. Prudent, he just like he's not really a scammer because he does not kind of make scams.
Yeah.
But what he does is he likes to have everything for free. He likes cheap. He's very cheap, even though he's has lots of resources. But he's extremely cheap. So that kind of host he is.
Economical. These are one of
So
those.
that's what they are off the alter egos. So they you know, I don't know if have you seen the movie Man on the Moon?
No.
With the Jim Carrey, he played the Andy Kaufman. Do you know who's Andy Kaufman?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, sorry.
It's okay. It's very similar to a character called Tony Clifton. He was alter ego of Andy Kaufman. Let's move to the next question. What about events? You love events, right?
Yes.
How do you choose which events to go, which not? If we live in New York, there are thousands of events every night. How do you choose the ones that are expensive or cheap or close by or like more popular? How do you pick the events for you to go?
I just go by what type of party it is and what type of crowd
Right,
I
but if
want.
you have 2 or 10 events a night, how do you pick? I go this one, not this one. Is it because your friends go there, or it's more popular or more fancy? How do you
more popular? I go by what's more popular, and which not where my friends go, but what's more popular mostly. That's what's more important, and just in the industry that I'm in for what's most popular then, because there's different popularity interests, but
And how do you navigate yourself through the event? Is that a job to give everybody your business cards or
Yes.
collect the business cards or like make appearances? What do you do at the event? How do you promote? How do you manage your time? There are thousands of people. Everybody wants to hug and talk and stuff, so you cannot physically meet everybody and greet. Some people leave, some people come. How do you stay concentrated and do your networking there?
well, as I glide through the party, I'm always maneuvering and talking to people and handing out my business cards, talking about. And
do you think business cards are outdated in some way? Because with the phone, you can kind of take a picture, like Instagram. Business cards get lost, but if you take a picture, this picture stays on the phone.
I wasn't finished. I was gonna say I use my business cards and I also get the Instagram. Instagram is very important. Facebook is important, but I really like Instagram. It's a vessel
Do you
for.
do live? Because I do a lot of live streaming, like Facebook, YouTube, on
Yes,
the events. So
yes.
I ask for the Wi-Fi password. Usually they have one. And,
Yes.
then I save on my data, and it's faster. And
I'll do live stream also from the parties I go to and the ones that I'm hosting.
do you have any particular rigs for your phone there, or do you just keep it in your pocket?
Actually, right now I just keep it simple and doing simply through the Instagram Live or Facebook
Do you
Live.
carry, like me, the charger with you?
Oh, all day, every day.
Your phone charger.
I have a
at all
portable
time.
charger. I have a box charger. I have a regular charger. I have a lot of chargers
But
on me.
do you do extra like additional light for the phone, or extra like a sound for the phone, or just as it is?
I just keep it as it is. I have a Samsung Galaxy 7. I love that phone.
It's pretty
Good. Through the videos, the using it is very
How
durable.
do you find your gigs as a model?
There's a lot of places. I go through Facebook. I go through Instagram. I go through.
Model Mayhem?
Not so much. No, I try to stay away from the main websites like casting.
You want some to act, right?
Yeah.
You have not acted before, but I have written a couple of full kind of length movies recently, and hopefully the guy behind the camera, Andy, and I, he has his own couple of ideas what to film. We might produce some things, so we need actors, and you're welcome to join our crew.
Oh, I would love
and,
to.
Okay, and how do you? Do you have the for our audience to finish the interview? Two questions. Do you have a funny story about the shelter, something make a laugh in a positive way, and a sad story, like something that happens at work that you can legally can share?
Yeah, okay. Well, yes, I work. I
Don't
do.
bring the names or like
No,
details.
no, of course, no information like that. But I do work for the shelter system. I'm a security guard with the Department of Homeless Services, where I'm a security guard, fire guard, and I do have some funny stories. But I will express one. Whereas I was at a site in Brooklyn and in a men's shelter, and I was in the lobby, and I came in, and when I was standing there in the metal detector, because I do the camera, a man came in just screaming and shoving everybody, trying to knock down the metal detector machine. The police had to come and tackle him down. It was only funny because the man was not even mentally ill. He just was doing it just to cause a show, because when the police came, he started laughing and telling them, okay, I'm just playing. So everybody was just laughing. The police didn't even arrest him. And a sad, well, there was plenty of sad stories in the shelter system. But I'm going to pick one. I was posted on the first floor, and there was 5 floors to the shelter, and we do rounds every hour, and when one of my guards did a round inside the dorm, there was a man dead in his bed, and it turned out that he overdosed on heroin, and he was in there for he just died. It didn't take long. He probably died within that hour, because every rounds they did an hour. He was fine because the ASW office called for him, but after that hour we saw him in the bed. But it's just the ins and outs of.
Now I can see why people invite you to be a host. You're full of stories, and you're fast on your feet. And I just asked those questions. You had no preparation for those, and you managed it just fine. So. Kudos to Andrew for bringing such a talent. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
This is the courtesy of Andrew introduction for the channel. Hopefully you come back. And is there like a Instagram or Facebook for the audience to reach out if they want to book you as the host?
Yes, my Instagram is Queenie Angie. My Facebook is Queenie Angie also, and I have a Snapchat which is Queenie Angie also. My name is Queenie Angie, the Queen. You see my crown. And Angie, thank you.